Welcome along, everybody. We're back for bronze action. It's season 11. It's round 7 of the season. And there it is. Our two beat leads away with 115 points and 107 for Jay Hings, 75 for Marvsky. I thought I got the wrong standings there, that's all. Groove Ninja is P4. Then we've got Tom Huffy then after an impressive couple of podiums and in the last few rounds, and Tom Huffy up to P5. Rosa Sky in P6, Mr. Elite in P7, and I can't hear myself. There we go. Now I can. Mr. Elite then in P7, then Kaidal in P8, and Mushroom in P9, and San in P10. I've got to hurry because we're in qualifying already. And there we go. Constructors, Red Bull lead the way with 190 points. Looking good indeed. And then we've got 144 for the Alpine machines. I need to get the stream up. Kicksauber in P3 with 119 there as well. Then we've got Ferrari. Who's that? McLaren, Racing Bulls, Aston Martin, Mercedes, Haas, and Williams. Fantastic. Stream is here. Good stuff. Right then, let's get rid of that and let's get the game audio on as well, so we can hear what's going on out there as well, and we can crack on with qualifying. Here we are. Welcome along. We have got the returning Stephen Anthony then in the Haas. Then he is reserving in place of Baz, who couldn't be bothered to turn up. Then the same for Cody Bridge as well there. Fantastic. Evening all from Styles then, and good luck Bronze as well then. Evening from the Mushroom. Rain in Austria, says Styles then. Goodness me. Well, Styles doesn't know actually, but maybe he's predicting it. Hello from KD as well then. Hi KD, says Styles as well then. Who's ready for some rain? So KD thinks it's going to rain as well. Is it going to rain? Says Mushroom then. Mushroom's the one who... well, it is going to rain, says Mushroom, so he does know. Great performance yesterday. KD as well then from the Styles there. KD, I think, is still leading the championship in silver, so I'll have to wait and see when I've updated the standings. But I've got to do commentating first, but I'll get around to it eventually, someday today, or someday this week, maybe sometime this year, who knows. Hopefully sometime this year. But anyway, I'll crack on with, we've got some qualifying underway now. Thanks, even though the safety car screwed me, but I salvaged something, says KD. Yeah, safety car yesterday in silver, sorry. That came out, I think it was around that 10 or something, wasn't it? So anyway, I thought I'd way through the race then, but yes, anyway, that is that. We've got some action out on track. I think Tom Huffy is furthest along on his flying lap then, so let's see what Tom Huffy can do. He's on a charge then in the championship. Let's see what his charge is like then in this qualifying session, and of course into the 36 laps of racing, which potentially, according to Mushroom, might have some rain. So we'll wait and see then how that plays out then in the Grand Prix itself then, as Tom Huffy then he's forgotten to turn the battery on there, but yeah, now he's got it back. Good stuff indeed. Right then, let's see what the Alpine can do then in this first outing in qualifying then. Can Tom Huffy secure the pole position once again then? I think it's going to be his third or fourth pole position if he can secure it, that is. But here he comes to the line. It's going to be a 3-minute 9, puts himself P1 quite comfortably indeed as well. Then Masker with a 5.1 puts himself on the front row grid, sorry, in P2. But there we are. And, well, Tom Huffy said it was one of his favourite tracks, so there we go, then that's going to be promising stuff indeed. As Chad has done a 4.9, puts himself P2 on the front row, displacing Marsky down one spot. And we will see what we can do then. 5.2 from Liam, puts himself on the second row. Then here comes Kaidel, then shooting through Sector 2. Trying to get the sectors right. There's too many sectors around here. Groove Ninja unfortunately hasn't validated his time. Same for Sam as well then, unfortunately for them. Stephen Anthony has done a 5.2, puts himself ahead of his teammate by a few thousandths of a second. Fantastic stuff indeed. Kaidel then rounding the penultimate corner. Then let's see where he goes in, as Mr. Elite's done a 5.1, puts himself P3 ahead of both the Red Bull, or both Red Bulls technically at the moment. Kaidel goes up to P2 with a 4.8, then onto the front row. Then Kaidel looking racy once again then. Good stuff indeed. Who's next? Real Aston with a 5.6, puts himself P8, then ahead of his teammate of Vintage then, who's on a 6.0 then in the other Williams car. Then Williams then getting their first times on the board, setting their sights then in this qualifying session. R2B has done a 4.7. and displaces Kydell off the front row of the grid. Then R2B, of course, the championship leader, is looking to keep on the fight then for the championship. Of course, we're only at round 7. We were, to be fair, we're actually almost at halfway point of the season, so we are speeding through it quite quickly. Good stuff indeed then. I can't wait to get it over with. There we go. Venom's on track then. Jay Hings is also in the championship fight potentially as well. Then he's going to have a distant tow then from this racing ball. Up to the line for Jay Hings. It's P8 with a 5.2, and that's not where he wants to be then in his championship aspirations. Then Mushroom's done a time on the board. Then he's done a 5.1 and puts himself P7 here. The 5.1s are tumbling in. Then Groove Ninja then has jumped up to P4 with a 4.9. Thankfully not a 9. And he's got himself then onto the second row of the grid. Then Alpine looking strong in 1-4 as it stands. And Red Bull looking strong as well. Of course, they're leading the Constructors' Championship as well as we head into round 7 here in Austria. So looking good indeed. Tom Huffy again with a gold time. Then, well, was it gold time before? Gold pole was 2:09, wasn't it? From Villiers. Then it was a fantastic pole lap. I think he was, what was it? He was a couple of tenths, Sean was saying, then ahead of P2. Then was Villiers then in gold. That was absolutely formidable stuff indeed. Then Mushroom then P9. Then as in his first outing, then in qualifying. Then Jay Hings coming back to the pit lane as well. Then Vintage is back on track, but unfortunately I don't think he's going for a lap on this one. Housy's peeling back to the pit lane, so he's abandoning that lap time there for Housy. And into the pit saying, come on Jay Hings then, says Jamie. Jay Hings then is of course in the championship fight. Then he's P2 I think in the Drivers' Championship, and of course Kicks Albert a P3 in the Constructors as well then. And we'll wait and see then what they can do here tonight then here in the Red Bull Ring. Then he will beat Silver Pole, says Styles. Then as Alex told me 0 wings, says Stephen Anthony there. I did in jest, I was only joking, I promise. To be fair, maybe we won't be so bad around here. So try 0 wings, see what happens. R2 beat then to finish off a second outing. Then where's he going to go this time? It's a 4.6. He improves by 21 thousandths of a second, but he improves on that P2 position as it stands as well. Then Venom is P5 with a 4.9 then, rivaling Groove Ninja for that second row spot potentially as well. Then only 4,000 of a second splitting the pair. Jay Hings is back out on circuit, then heading through into sector 2. He's found 3.5 tenths then in the first 2 sectors. Can he find some more time then? 3.5 tenths would put him into the realm then of the second row of the grid. Then if he can find even more time as well through here, then he might be looking to improve that as well. But he's gone dear. He's gone for a spin. That could be a DNF. Then luckily he has gone nose first into that corner and trying to get himself back out and in the way, don't get disqualified here is the other thing you need to worry about now. But Jay Hings then was looking to get himself into the mix, I think, then for P3 potentially if he could find even more time through the final couple of corners, then potentially onto the front row of the grid as well then. But as it stands then, unfortunately that has cost indeed that spin then on the curbs as well then. Oh god, what is going on here? I think you need to be very careful with your mirrors there. Sam then getting out of the way. Wabstappen then is on a lap then. So Wabstappen starting off a first lap as well, and it looks like then for the Kicks Albert then. So let's see what Wabstappen do in the other green machine. Heading up the hill now towards sector 2, sorry, and turn 3. You sure you weren't listening to Jinner for that then, says KD as well. Well, who knows? I don't know. I'll probably listen to Jinner then putting 0 wings on. It's a fantastic tactic. Right then, Wabstappen then into turn 4. And let's see what we can do that. McLaren getting out of the way there. Both McLarens on outlap sensor. They need to get themselves out of the way of the traffic coming through. Wabstappen flying now into sector 3 then, 45.8 then in sector 2. And one more sector to go then for the Kicks Albert. A lot of battery to play with then in this final sector. Not burning much of the battery there as well then for the Kicks Albert driver then as we head into the penultimate corner then and down the hill then to finish off the lap then, keeping it within the track limits this time. Very nicely done indeed. And up to the line it's going to be a 6.4. This is the puts himself P15. San of course is the slowest of the 5 runners at the moment, but San I think is on a lap now. And again there's more traffic to contend with then for the Mercedes driver as well then, so that's not going to be good news indeed. indeed for San then, who's been on some flying form in the last few races then. Oh dear, that was a bit of dirty air, but we kicked up then from the racing ball in front. The racing ball has not moved out of the way then as well, then that's not good news then for San, as there might be a bit of dirty air coming off the back of that car right in front there, but he might now get a distant tow down the main straight to go P2 with a 4.6, and dirty air or not then, San doesn't care, then he's on the front row, but no he's not, because Kydell's improved to a 4.3 to retake P2 then in this qualifying session then. Fantastic. Mushroom's done a 4.8, puts himself P5 then. Mushroom is flying in qualifying then. Styles must be loving it. Evening lads from the true Geordie himself then, Vintage, and good to see you in the comment section, and then good to see you on track as well then, to be fair. That's most important, isn't it? It was P4 then when 4 people had a lap in, and says Steve Anthony there as well. Then evening Vintage as well, then evening Styles as well then from the true Geordie himself. Mushroom then P5, then Groove Ninja unfortunately has invalidated his time. He's going to have to come back into the pit lane or start off another lap. 8 minutes to go in qualifying, then Kydell onto the front row of the grid. Fantastic. Mr. Elite then is, well, he's finished the lap then. He found 2.5 tenths, but unfortunately that track map was red then, so that means he has not been able to complete that time. He stays P11 for now then. Rosa Sky then is looking to improve then, 5.2 then for the McLaren, puts himself P14 for now then, but there's still time in the session for Rosa Sky then. How's he back in the pit lane? Real Ashton and Vintage also in the pits as well then. Irvine on track then, he's done 9.9. I'm not sure that's his best time on the board, but we'll wait and see. Good evening everyone from Reflection as well there, and of course, oh god, I shouldn't have had so much to drink before I started this race. No alcohol, but just drink. Right then, Reflection in the comment section as well then. Very sorry to Reflection for my outburst yesterday. It was a terrible thing to be in the party chat with me yesterday. I was not in a good mood. Right then, so there we are then. Irvine unfortunately, or maybe he's just saving up the battery now to go again then for the McLaren. I think he's going again now. Yes, he is. And away he goes then. We'll wait and see what Irvine can do then on his first competitive outing. Then Rosa Sky coming back into the pit lane, I think, or is he going to go for it again? Maybe McLaren doing a different strategy in qualifying here compared to the rest of the field. Then Jay Hing starting off a new lap as well. Then Rosa Sky, is he coming in or is he going back out, or what's he doing? Then he's going again. Then it's Rosa Sky and heading on to the circuit now. Then so we've got where we've got Groove Ninja. Then Groove Ninja is grooving into sector 3 just a jiffy, heading through turn 5. He has found 0.2 of a second then. 0.2 of a second then for Groove Ninja then would elevate him onto the second row then, potentially more than if he can find that time then in this final sector. Then Groove Ninja then in the Alpine, flicking it through the penultimate corner then, and now into, oh goodness me, where's he going? He's not having a good time then with the interwebs, is he? But he goes P3 with a 4.4, puts himself then, oh god, Groove Ninja is all over the place here. Hopefully that's just from my point of view, so you won't be seeing that. Well, maybe you'll be seeing it on the stream, but hopefully the other driver's not seeing that anyway. P3 then, so Alpine 1-3 then as it stands. Good stuff indeed, and hopefully Groove Ninja can is all right there. Oh dear, as we just caught him having a spin. I'm not going to see that. I missed it completely. Jay Hings unfortunately has invalidated his time. He's going again though in the kick sour. Then here comes Rosa Sky, and Rosa Sky then is flicking it into that final corner. Then let's see what Rosa Sky can do. Then in the McLaren, it's going to be. Well, he stays P14. Then I thought he was going to jump up the order there, but unfortunately. He stays P14 then, does Rosa Sky, but of course maybe he's done too many laps in on those soft compound tyres, then he's maybe just setting his sights there in the McLaren. Irvine is coming through turn 4, and again not using the battery then, so I think for Irvine then he is he's improved to a 6.9 now, so he's found 3 seconds somewhere. But unfortunately, then I don't think he is continuing on any flying lap. Then and here comes Jay Hings. Jay Hings is on a flying lap for sure. There's a Ferrari in front of us, and needs to get out of the way. And we will wait and see then what Jay Hings can do. And can he improve then on P13? Then he was improved. Oh dear, he might have had a bit of a wiggle out there then. And that Ferrari again is not doing a great job of getting out of the way, is it? And so I'm sure Jay Hings is going to be on the blower about that one. Though he's coming back to the pit lane then to abandon the time. Again, 4.5 minutes to go then in qualifying. Then still time for Jay Hings to get himself back out there and improve. Then Rosa Sky coming back to the pit lane as well now. Irvine back out on a lap then, so Irvine's shooting off then for another outing on those soft compound tyres then, so he doesn't want to come back into the pit lane just yet. Then he wants to crack on then in this qualifying session, and let's see if he can find some time then in this next run as well. Then Real Ashton said it's going to be a vintage race from everyone then, says Real Ashton as well there. Evening lads, and good luck bronze from Potstuff, of course. Potstuff P2 then, safety car ruined me yesterday, said Styles. Then good evening Styles then from Reflection as well then. Disgraceful behaviour, Alex, from KD. Well, I have to admit, yes, it was. Yeah, I should get a race ban, I think, at least. Maybe just a ban from everything. Just ban me. Just completely ban me. Right, yes. Yeah, hopefully somebody probably wants to be banned from this commentary box as well. Get me out, and I'll just retire, I think, and I'll be on a sunny beach watching the streams from now on. Anyway, here comes Housie. Housie coming up into sector 2. Then he has not found any time in the first sector, but the first sector is pretty much just one corner, isn't it? And flying through then up the hill. Shadows then in the other racing ball is further along, then heading into turn 4. He's left the overtake on, though, into turn 4, which is, well, not great, but there we go. He's all right. He's got himself through unscathed without any issues there as well. Then Tom Huffy only needs to set a time, then, says Styles as well. Then here comes Shadows, though, in the racing bull, and he is racing around into the penultimate corner now. Is he? He's slowing down there, but I think he's used up quite a lot of the battery, then, hasn't he? Has Shadows heading into the final corner now, then, for the racing bull team. Oh, I thought that was going to be just wide, but he's managed to keep it within track limits. Then what's it going to be? It's a 5.0. He does not find the time, then he stays P9 for now. Then Housie goes P9 with a 4.9 as well. Then 4,000 separating the racing bulls. Then a very closely matched on pace then for Racing Bull. Then Mr. Elite starting off another lap, then going wide at the exit of turn 1. That's costly, and unfortunately then he's going to have to back out of this lap as well then for Mr. Elite. We've missed it, but Mushroom is P3 then. He's coming back into the pit lane then, but he's done a 4.4 then. He's on the second row of the grid then. Styles must be jumping with joy in the comments then. My chat GP set up with 5.4. Some say if you like and subscribe there will be no safety car, says well, that's an incentive not to like and subscribe for some people. There we go then. Jay Hings back out on track as well, and you just need to see Jay Hings get a lap improvement on the cards. Then that Red Bull is close indeed, but thankfully out of the way. Then Mushroom has retired in the pit lane. He's going to be P3 at best then, but that would be his best qualifying of the season so far then. So Mushroom can do it, and then we've seen it there. Mushroom for podium, says Styles as well. Then evening Alex, hello all racers, and good luck bronze from Kamara Racer as well. Then here at Kamara Racer's home Grand Prix in Austria, and I won't comment on what happened yesterday. I'm very sorry, Kamara Racer, for what's happened in that race. Subscribe for a Mercedes 1-2. Oh, or a Mercedes 1-2 then. Best I've got then, Huffy on drugs. Goodness me then, that's dangerous. You don't want to do that and drive. But there we go then. Here comes Jay Hings then into the penultimate corner. Now one more corner to go then. Can he keep it within the track limits this time? Yes, he can. He's fighting that car then through the final corner, though. It's a 4.8. He puts himself P7. He finds 0.4 of a second. And I think that's his qualifying done and dusted there for Jay Hings as Marsky improves to P6 ahead of his teammate with a 4.6 as well. Goodness me. Marsky looking good then. R2 Beat starting off his final lap then in this qualifying session. We've got an Alpine, that's Groove Ninja. Then he's going again, then it's Groove Ninja. Then he's just starting in time with 30 seconds on the board. Then we've got both McLarens. Where are they then? Irvine is on an out lap here, but he's only got 20 seconds to get himself to the line. Then we've had somebody jump up the order. That was somebody else. Who's that? Who is it? I don't know. Rosa Sky then with a P8 there, 4.7 for the McLaren driver. Then improves up the order then for the McLaren as well. Then good stuff indeed. I think everybody else has managed to get themselves to the line just about then. We've only got a couple of seconds left then in this qualifying session. Tom Huffy has invalidated his time and didn't get to the line in time as well to start a new one then, unfortunately for Tom Huffy then. So he's going to be P1, he's P1 at the moment, that is. Kydell then is done and dusted, he's P2. Then Venom is up to P3. Then he displaces Mushroom down a spot then, as he's done a 4.9 by 6,000 of a second. Then he improves there to Mushroom's time. Then here comes Groove Ninja. Then let's see what Groove Ninja can do then in the Alpine. Then can he get himself back on the second row? Then can he do better than that? Goodness me, I can't tell where he is. And oh God, around the final corner, then Groove Ninja is going to go P3 with a 4.2 and puts himself back on the second row of the grid then, and only a few thousands away then from making an Alpine 1-2 here. Marsky back in the pit lane, Rosa Sky also back in the pits, Jay Hings P10 in the pit lane as well, then Shadows P13, Liam's on track but unfortunately has invalidated his time, and Mr. Elite then is calling it a day as well and coming back to the pit lane. What can Irvine do then? Irvine's up to P12 with a 4.9. He finds 2 seconds on his previous time as well then. Well, that's qualifying done. Good stuff indeed. Fantastic then. Huffy got 1 lap at the start then, and that was good enough then, says KD. Then, not 6 seconds slower then. That's good, says Stephen Anthony as well then. Subscribe to Be Almighty then, says Ray Lashton then. And oh God, I'm about to sneeze. But there we go then. So Tom Huffy is on pole position then. He didn't get a better time in then on the board, just as KD has said there, but it didn't need to in the end. Then he gets pole position by, what's that, 0.3 of a second there to R2B then, of course, the championship lead then in P2. Hopefully it's just me, but there seems to be a bit of lag going on here, so hopefully there's no issues like we had in silver at the start of the race. There is the classification then from qualifying, then R2B then in P2, then Groove Ninja then in the other Alpine P3, so Alpine looking very strong here then, as is Ferrari with Kaidao in P4 and Mushroom P6, split by Venom then, who's in P5, then San in P7 for the Mercedes team, Red Bull of Marsky then in P8, then Rosa Sky P9 with the McLaren, then Jay Hings in P10 with the Kick Sauber, then Vintage P11, Irvine P12, Housie and Shadows P13 and 14 for Racing Bull, then Liam in P15, Mr. Elite in P16, Stephen Anthony in P17, something else, P18 and 19, but there we go. I'm sorry, missed it. There we go then. He should really drive in silver or gold, says Kamara Racer then. I'll drive in bronze. Oh dear, we have got rain. Well, that's going to be spicy. Maybe the times in the qualifying were a bit slower than Bronze were predicting then, because maybe they had their cars set up for this wet weather that is underway then. Is that going to be dry tyres on a wet track, or is that going to be intermediate tyres? We'll wait and see then in just a jiffy then. But there we go. As message retracted from KD. I'm not sure what that message was. But there we go then. Give Tom the safety car in qualifying, says R2B. Then, of course, R2B then is looking to stay ahead of Tom Huffy then in the championship, that is. And, of course, on the track then if he can then. But, of course, a wet start, then anything can happen. And we'll wait and see what the situation is going to be exactly when we do get started. Then it is, I believe, intermediate tyres there for everybody on the track. It is intermediate tyres then as we start off this Grand Prix. So rain is afoot then in Austria. Then the Styrian Hills then are going to be a bit moist tonight then. Expect me to come out because I'm the safety car driver, says KD. Okay, right. So KD's going to be heading out on track at some point then. Good stuff indeed then. Intermediate strategies then, a 2-stop or a 1-stop then. Is it going to be intermediates for the whole race then? That's going to be interesting, isn't it? We'll wait and see then how that's going to affect the strategies then, and how the drivers are going to react then throughout this race then. Are they going to try and go long and save the tyres then, save the fuel and save the tyre, well, save the life then of course of the tyre wear, or are they just going to put their foot to the floor then and go all gung-ho then as well and try and get themselves a quick stint or two? Maybe 3, depending on how many pit stops you're doing. Right then, formation lap then is underway then. We're heading through sector 2 now then. Like I said, everyone on intermediate compound tyres, so you can't really tell much on the strategy side of things then until they start to make their pit stops then, and how early they make their pit stops or how late they make their pit stops in terms of what we're going to be seeing here then. The rain is not very heavy though at this point, so I would hazard a guess that it might disappear during the Grand Prix. I'm just speculating. Bert Mylander for bronze then, says KD as well then. So he's about to come out of the pit lane at some point soon then, he says, in this race. And so we'll wait and see then. Hopefully it's not a calamitous one then on lap 1. Right then, Tom Huffy will lead us away for the start of this Grand Prix. Excuse me, EA, can we get a better camera angle than this, please? Okay, we're going to just stick with this and hope that it changes. There we go. Right, let's get going here in Austria then. It's a wet start then. Will it dry out then throughout the Grand Prix? We will find out shortly. 36 laps of action then. 5 red lights are on then in Austria. The 5 red lights are out then, and away we go then. It's a difficult start though on these intermediate compound tyres then. R2 Beat has got himself a good start though. He's up alongside, but Tom Huffy breaks later then, and Groove Ninja trying to go round the outside there as he goes. What's going on for Groove Ninja then? Goodness me. And well, they've got themselves all through then. Sand's got himself past Mushroom. The Mushroom's fighting back then. Venom's gained a place on Kydell then into turn 1 as well. Then the Ferrari's then dropping back 1 spot there as we head into turn 3. Then can they keep it all together then? Groove Ninja and Venom are having a battle. Then what's Groove Ninja doing though? He's all over the place. Right then, we'll come back to that then. Jay Hings has gained a spot as well. Then Liam's up 3 spots there for the house team. Great stuff indeed from Liam then. Great start. Houses dropped 4 places unfortunately. Then Housey then taking it easy on the opening stages of this race. Then Mr. Elite has passed Shadows there, but there seemed to be a bit of a stop and go there as well. Then not literally a penalty, but he stopped on the track there slightly. Real Ashton has lost out to Wab. Stappen has got to P18, then out in front. The top 3 stay as they were. Venom putting the pressure on Groove Ninja for that P3 position. And can he make the move? There's a yellow flag. It's a problem then for Sans. Sans had an issue then somewhere in Sector 2. Then he's back on though. Well, it's beginning of Sector 3. Then he's back on now. Is there damage though too? Yeah. Oh, I think he's lost an end plate then as well. Then as Sans, he's going to have to come back into the pit lane. He's diving back in now then. But hopefully he can get that serviced and back underway. Then Tom Huffy leads the way still then. R2 Beat then. Groove Ninja is all over the place still. So Smithy telling us to sort it out. Sam then in the pit lane. Well, this might be a good thing for Sam, to be fair, because he can put on a fresh set of boots and have a... Oh, he hasn't changed the front wing, though. That's not going to be a good thing. Then Irvine has passed Vintage for P11. As we head into turn 3, there's a lot of a gaggle then going through there. Mr. Elite has gained another spot. Then I think he's up into P12. Then Liam's got a penalty somehow as well. I missed that completely because I was looking at the pit lane. But Liam then has got a penalty, but he's up into P10. He's gained 5 spots then as it stands then on the opening 2 laps of this Grand Prix. Right then. Has the rain already stopped? No, it's still going. So never mind, ignore me. As we go through into Sector 3, I can't, it's difficult to commentate on one of the Alpines because we don't know where they are. Mushroom then is back up into P6 then. He's regained his starting spot then. His teammate though has lost out 1 spot then to Venom. Then Jay Hings has passed Marsky up 3 spaces. Back 3 spaces then, says the Monopoly man. Then Jay Hings doesn't have to go back 3 spaces, he can go forward instead. Up into P7 then for Jay Hings then on a mission then, of course, after a difficult qualifying, but he's back underway now in this Grand Prix as well, it looks like. Good stuff indeed. And Liam holding on to the top 10 then as it stands then, with Irvine and Mr. Elite breathing down his neck. Then Vintage in P13, and Shadows there has got himself back up into P14. Then Stephen Anthony then on his return then is up into P15 and on for the points paying position as we go into turn 3. That's Bronze KD. They have more respect than, says Kamara Racer. Then I'm surprised Beat didn't send it into turn 1 in. He was alongside there. Yeah, well, it looked like Tom Harvey braked a lot later, didn't it then? So, didn't he then? So I should say. But there we go. R2 Beat then is staying with him for the time being. And these wet conditions are an equaliser, of course. Then the rain is a great equaliser, as F1 commentators once said. I don't know which one because they're all famous to me. It wasn't Sean Meek, so never mind, ignore that. Right then, hopefully Groove Ninja's internet has sorted itself out, but doesn't look like it for me. But there we go. As we head through, then San is back in the pit lane. San coming out of the pit lane, sorry, now. He's still on the lead lap, thankfully, but he has got that front wing sorted this time. So hopefully he can get his head down. If there is a safety car, San is going to be brought back into this race as well then, and he will have a new front wing, and he'll have slightly fresher tyres as well to the rest of the field. As we head on to lap 4 then. We've been flying through the first few laps here as well, to be fair, despite the rain. We're still not sure if it's going to give up then at some point in this race, and if we're going to have intermediates all the way through. Then we were asking for a wet, well, some people were asking for a wet race, weren't they, last night we can see. But thankfully, well, usually when I race in Austria, then we do get a curse, then we get at least 3 laps of racing in the rain at the very end of the race, which ruins my strategy and then costs me a good result. I thought it was a good result last night anyway, so there we go. Fantastic. R2 Beat then is maybe starting to struggle then, with Tom Huffy setting the pace out front then as we head into Sector 3 for the 4th time then as well. Then R2 Beat then 1.3 seconds behind. Then Groove Ninja starting to apply the pressure, but he's all over the place then. That back end is not liking it then in the Alpine, then in P3. Venom then looking under control then as well, then in the Aston Martin potentially on for a podium here. We'll wait and see then. Then we've got Kydell then. He's got himself a bit of a gap then, a bit of an air gap between his teammate. Goodness me, that was close between Mushroom and Jay Hings there as we headed into the final corner, but Jay Hings just about slowed the car down in time. So a bit of an air gap then for Kydell, then clean air then out in front and behind for the time being for the first Ferrari on track. Then Jay Hings is trying to get himself past Mushroom, but Mushroom is putting up a stout defence, of course, holding on to that P6 position. He's got Marsky then and Loza Sky for company then, and there is quite a queue forming then as we head into turn 3. Jay Hings trying to go round the outside here. Can he get the traction down then? And he can. Then he's up into P6. He's up 4 places. I should go on to, well, it doesn't really matter if I go on to the telemetry for the tyres because everybody's on intermediate compound tyres for now then. But I'm hoping, I think there's a bit of sun coming out there. Although rain's still dribbling down then as well then, but I don't want to talk too much about dribbling because it reminds me of me. But there we are then, so Jay Hings up into P6 and he's split the 2 Ferraris for now then. Can he get himself a motor on then as well, heading into the next part of this race then? We're only on lap 5, but we've been flying through this race then, from my point of view, then it's gone very quickly. Tom Huffy then into the final corner now then to finish off lap 5, then he's got a 2.3 second gap. Rain stop then, says Kamara Racer. So Kamara might have spotted something. Jay Hings is in the pit lane, so has it stopped then? It seems to be slowing down for sure then. More pit stops then. Shadow's in the pit, so is Housie. Then it's going to be a double stack for Housie, unfortunately, behind his teammate, but it will be a faster advantage if the rain has stopped. Then Groove Ninja has been passed by Venom, or has he? I'm not sure. Yes, he has. Yes, that's R2 beat. Sorry, good stuff indeed. Yes, he has been passed by Ruthless Venom, I should say. Then into pit, then hard compound tyre, sorry, for Jay Hings. How's he's had a slow stop, I was going to say, but he's been held up by his teammate. Then hard compound tyres for Housie as well then. So Racing Rules have split the strategy then. Mediums then for Shadows as he comes out of the pit lane ahead of his teammate now. So, oh dear, San's had a problem then. He's got yellow flags out there for San then. He's coming back into the pit lane again then. Oh dear, what's happened? Tom Huffy's off the circuit then. I just saw him on the track, not going wide. Then he's gone wide at sector 2. He's going to have to slow down and try and get himself back on then, but that's going to be close with Mushroom coming through as well then. Oh, Mushroom's gone off the circuit. He was ghosted. Oh, dearie me then. It's all pandemonium then as well. Then there's Mushroom. Oh, goodness me. It's close coming into the pit lane there. And I think we've got someone carrying on as well. Then Mushroom then lost out to Marvsky at that. Then I think he tried to evade. He tried to evade, didn't he? Liam's carried on. Liam leads the Grand Prix. Fantastic. Red flag it now. Go on, Liam. And there we are then. Yes, he tried to avoid Tom Huffy then, who has, I think he's had to double stack behind his teammate because he lost out then. Real Ashton up into P2. I'm losing me words as Real Ashton then onto the top spots as well. Then Jay Hings has jumped Kydell. Then Jay Hings with the undercut then has got himself ahead of the Ferrari then, who was ahead of him on track by 2 seconds there as well then. So that's a good undercut indeed for Jay Hings in the kick Sauber. DRS I'm sure will be enabled very soon. Well, will it? Yes, it is already enabled. Never mind, ignore me. Irvine has passed Stephen Anthony there as well then as we come out of the pit lane too then for the Haas and the McLaren. Then Tom Huffy back past Mr. Elite is on the medium compound tyres. Jay Hings passes Venom. Jay Hings is on a charge now then. Look at him go then. He's up into P5 and there's still 2 drivers ahead to pit as well. Then they're on intermediate compound tyres. They have not gone off these green tyres just yet. Then it's got exciting then on lap 7 or lap 6 really onto lap 7 as there he is then. There's Real Ashton. He's been pressured then by the R2 beat then as we head up towards the penultimate corner. This could get dicey as we go into the pit entry. Goodness me. And wow, good stuff indeed. Well done to Real Ashton as well, getting out of the way there. And into the pits comes Liam as well then from the lead. So they did lead for a lap of the Grand Prix then. Fantastic medium compound tyres going on then. R2 beat now leads the way from Groove Ninja. Then you can see how excited I got about that one. Huffy is off then, says KD. My goodness me. Then Huffy then is down in P11. No, P10 then that will be, because Liam then will come out behind. No, he won't. What's happened to Tom Huffy then? He's really had a problem there as well. Then he's come out behind Liam then, as has Shadows as well. Then Liam on a charge. Then Jay Hings and Venom are having a battle for P3. as Groove Ninja has taken the lead of the Grand Prix, unbeknownst to me. I've missed it completely, but R2B down to P2. Venom then up in P3, then Jay Hings trying to fight for that podium place now as Tom Huffy passes Shadows then for P10. Then Tom Huffy on a charge then to get himself back up into the mix as well then. But of course we've seen the pace then from him in qualifying. Can he do it in the Grand Prix? He had the issue then. I think it was just the drying track then that might have cost him through these couple of corners here as well. Then that cost Tom Huffy the race leader then, and of course he's the first driver to hit the track in the differing conditions as well then, of course, because he is the leader of the Grand Prix, was the leader of the Grand Prix until that switch over then in the conditions as well then. So Groove Ninja's got a 3-second penalty, I think. Then Tom Huffy's also picked up a penalty. I'm not seeing the penalties. Why am I not seeing the penalties? Okay, never mind then. We don't need the penalties there. Good stuff indeed then. Kaidel then P5. Marsky in P6 then has got Mushroom for company as well. Then Mushroom looking to take back that P6 position, I'm sure, very soon. Rosa Sky up into P8. Then once again, these two having their fight. There's a ghosted car. That's an Aston Martin. Then Venom then is lost out. Then Jay Hings up into P3. Good stuff indeed. And R2B, oh no, we can't, oh dear, this is a problem then for R2B, and I think for Jay Hings and Venom as well, then they don't know where Groove Ninja is. Well, here he is, going through into Sector 3 on lap 9 then. What's the strategy going to be then? We had 6 laps of racing then on the intermediate tyres then. Does that mean they can go hard to the end? Or what is the situation there? Who knows? Rosin Sky up into P8, then Liam then doing a great job then P9. Tom Huffy then trying to get himself back in the mix as well. Then he's on the medium compound tyres then in P10, then still in the healthy points paying positions. Then Shadows then holding on as well then in P11. Could be on for a good result once again as well. Then Real Ashton's picked up a penalty I think as well somewhere. But unfortunately I'm not seeing the penalties pop up. We'll have a look at the penalties as we get further into the Grand Prix as well then, because they could play a factor then in the finishing positions of all the drivers in this race as well. R2B then is looking to retake the lead then. Can he retake the lead down here then in towards turn 4? Then he has done already, because he's got the DRS. He's got himself past the Alpine of Groove Ninja then, who's down to P2 then. Now under pressure from Jay Hings and Venom as well then. I think Groove Ninja, I think very fairly then has moved over from that one, because I don't think he was going to lose out 3 places from that, and I think he's realised the situation there as well. Then Liam and Rosa Sky then having a battle then, and now we've got an Alpine of Tom Huffy in the mix too as well. Then are both Alpines having technical difficulties? No, maybe they're all right then. Good stuff indeed. Yes, all sorted. Fantastic. Right then, out in front then, the top 4 then. Here comes Groove Ninja. He's all over the back of Venom then as we head into the final couple of corners of lap 10 then. Jay Hings has lost out to the DRS of R2B, who is now in command of this race as well then. He goes fastest. We'll have to double check that as well then. He does go fastest. I'm not sure why my things aren't popping up then. Maybe it's just me having the technical issues there. Don't worry. Hopefully all the drivers are all safe and sound. Then Mushroom passing for P6 then up into the third row of the grid, and I was going to say, but of course it's not really, because here comes Groove Ninja. He's up into P4 and past it. Oh dear, again a ghost in there, but again I think it's hopefully on my end. It seems to be me having these issues then. Go on, Venom then, says KD. Yes, the difference between the quali and the race is definitely there then, says Kamaran. Some people need to fix their internet, says it's probably my internet to be fair, mate. But yeah, says Jamie as well then. But Jay Hings in P4 then, 2 penalties then for Rufus Venom and for Groove Ninja then will promote Jay Hings up into P2 as it stands. So it is looking pretty good indeed then for the Kick Sauber driver, to be fair, because he is he's flown up. I think it was P11 on the grid, wasn't it, for Jay Hings, now looking comfortable for a podium finish as it stands. But Kaidel is catching up then. He's got 1 lap younger tyres than Jay Hings, who of course did pit for the undercut then, and I think made the right call as well, going that lap then as well. Same before both the racing balls and Tom Huffy's back in the pit then. He's calling it a day early then, He's calling it early then, I should say, then from the medium compound tyres then, maybe getting himself out of the traffic as well, potentially then, and going for a new strategy here then for the Alpine machine then. Hard compound tyres going on as Marsky is back past the Mushroom then into, where is he going? Where's Mushroom going? Goodness me. But as we head into turn 3 then, and now Liam's going to be putting the pressure on as well then. Liam's on medium compound tyres then, so he will be very quick indeed in this first part of the stint then, but of course those Liams will drop off quickly compared to the hard compound tyre as well then, as we head into turn 4 then. No moves being made then, so as Verstappen is making a move then up into P15. Tom Huffy's gone for the hard compound tyres. Can he get those to the end of the Grand Prix? That would be a mammoth stint indeed then, but maybe he's just trying to get himself out of the traffic here, although he's got himself behind rear Ashton for the time being as well then. Sam then soldiering on as well, then out in front, 1.6 seconds the gap for R2 beat. Then he's Tom Huffy's had the issue then, unfortunately, but it's relinquished R2 beat, hasn't it? As we go through on to lap 13, then Rookie Venom, then P2, but Groove Ninja right on his arse. I can't really say that, right on his gearbox. Goodness me, what am I doing? As we go through into lap 13, Tom Huffy has passed real Ashton as well then for that P17 position, and on the charge then Jay Hings has passed Groove Ninja, and Kai Dell's past Groove Ninja as well then, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Then Serious Mushroom back past Marsky for P6. This battle resumes as, oh dear, as I thought Marsky was going to go to the back of him there, but thankfully it slowed the car down just in time. Groove Ninja then has been passed then. I think Groove Ninja is definitely having some issues out there then, it seems, so maybe it's not just me, but yeah, I think he's got himself out of the way there, at least then, of those coming through. Then Serious Mushroom then has got the position. Then he's past Marsky. Then he's now trying to hold on to that position. Is the question, 4 seconds separating him from the top 5 as it stands. Mushroom is just trying to hold on then ahead of the medium runners. And if he can hold them off for a couple more laps, then his tyres will be the better option then compared to those yellow wall tyres as well. Then we'll wait and see. Jay Hings now setting his sights for that P2 position on track here as well then. 24 laps on the hards will be hard, says Star. Good stuff indeed. So that will be... is that an innuendo? Or is it just the truth? Kai Dell then has lost out the DRS, I think, just about then of the top 3. Then that's not good news for Kai Dell. Then I'm going, oh God, I'm going to sneeze again. Then bear with me 1 second. Job done. Right, then we're back. Lap 14 as we head on to sector 2, and Venom then is at 1.7 seconds away then from R2 Beats. So R2 Beats not getting away from this Aston Martin at this stage, but it's quite a bit of a pack forming behind, with Jay Hings trying to get himself up into P2 then on track as well. Then Jay Hings, could he fight for the lead of the Grand Prix if he can get himself past this Aston Martin of Venom as well? Then we'll wait and see. But he is on form tonight then. That qualifying is a thing of the past, isn't it? Well, it is literally, but it's a thing of the past now then, as Jay Hings is putting on the pressure then for the podium then at least, and potentially the race win as well then after a difficult qualifying. It's out of his mind already then, as Kai Dell has caught back up as well then into P4, and has now got DRS on the pair ahead of him as well then, heading through here. And Jay Hings has got a penalty as well then through turn 1, I think that was, unless I missed it. But he has got a penalty then to his name, and so Kai Dell now into the fray then for... Oh God, I thought that was going to be an issue there as well. Then into turn 3, down the inside, Jay Hings has got the place done and dusted. I think he's got DRS as well then, heading towards turn 4 then, so he has got that place wrapped up now, I believe. He's been harvesting battery as we go through here then. 2.6 seconds the gap to the leader now for Jay Hings. The penalty is going to be costly indeed. Then Kai Dell then technically promoted up to P2 then, as it stands then, the same way as we started the season in Australia, with R2 Beat winning then and Kai Dell P2 then, but of course they've still got a few more laps to go in between there. Irvine passing Mr. Elite for P11 then, is putting that McLaren then to its pace as well then, up there in the field as well then. Good stuff indeed. Marsky got himself back past Mushroom then, but Mushroom's right on the gearbox then of the Red Bull, heading through then into sector 3 on lap 15, soon to be lap 16 now then, as I'm not sure where Groove Ninja's going there, but thankfully he's thankfully he's all right. So there we go. Good stuff indeed. Right. Oh no! Jay Hings, he saved it, but I think he might lose out now to Venom then on the exit then of turn 1. Then Jay Hings picked up a penalty on the previous lap there, but he managed to, well, he didn't get a penalty this time, but he was very close to going off the circuit then. That kicks out and then keeping it under control brilliantly to regain the control so quickly as well from Jay Hings then, but he's lost that one spot then to Venom there as we go through then into turn 4 on lap 16. We might be having to think about pit stops very soon as well then, as some tyres are not looking too good out there. I'm sure the medium compound tyres then for Shadows, for Marsky and for Liam, and of course for Sad as well then, might not be in the best shape of things as it stands right now then, but they're trying to get to the window then to put on a new set of boots. That is the question now then as well, keeping those tyres alive for a couple more laps to be able to get to the end on one more set then. as we head through then into lap 17. Jay Hings now under pressure a bit then from Kydell. Then Kydel's picking up the pace now as well. Then Jay Hings has got 1 lap older tyres than the quartet around him, I suppose you could say. But of course, he's not two-faced about that, I'm sure. As we head on to lap 17, then up the hill we go. Then this time Jay Hings, can he put the pressure on then into turn 3? Then can he get the pass done then as we head into the braking zone? No, not quite. Then he's all over the back of the Aston Martin as we crest the hill then. And now can he go on the attack then in towards turn 4 with the Adelson DRS? But it's a good exit from Vandenberg to hold on to that spot, I believe. And I think they all stay as they are for now as well. Then 6 seconds back, Marsky then holding off Mushroom then, but here comes Mushroom, he's on the charge then. Sands had a problem then, there's a yellow flag in there for sector 2. Sand then back on the circuit then, but unfortunately off the circuit at some point then in this in that lap then as well. Then he's got himself back underway. And those tyres might be gone then, I think, for Sand then, as it comes round. Oh God, right then. Oh dear. And Sand then is not having a great time, it looks like there. But he is in the pit lane now, which is great. Hard to beat then, lap 18, halfway point of the Grand Prix. Let's see what he can do then. 24 laps then on the hard compound tyres is going to be difficult then. Tom Huffey then is he's done 6 laps, soon to be 6 laps in. San is out of the pits and retiring then, unfortunately. Licence point heading his way. Rosasky has passed Liam then into turn 1. Oh God, Liam's almost in the back on the exit there. But I think this is just showing the hard compound tyre is maybe the better tyre then. But Liam's going to fight back anyway. Then up the hill then towards turn 3. Then he's up into P8, or back up into P8 I should say. With the aid of some DRS then as well then. But Rosasky is going to be thinking about that move very soon, I think, there as well then. Real Ashton then is going to get himself up into P18 then. We've got Serious Mushroom passing Marsky now, so he has made the move. As has Rosasky, back past then round the outside. Then Liam's going to fight this though as we head round here. Where are we? Goodness me, I can't tell then. Liam and Rosasky, I think they're side by side, but I can't even see because the camera angle is terrible. Shadows there can give us a good view then, but Rosasky has passed then up into P8. And thankfully that Mercedes has been cleared out of the way now. Rosasky then on a bit of a squirrel out of the corner there as well, but is holding on then to that P8 position as well here. Good stuff indeed. 5 seconds the gap then for R2 beat. Then he is storming off into the distance at this point. I think I was on the hards for 27 laps last night, says KD. Then that is why I managed to get a good result because KD was holding everybody up for me. Thank you. So there we go then. Venom then is under pressure now from the Kick Sauber, 2 Ferrari engine cars I should say, because Kick Sauber then as well coming through, but the actual Ferrari as well of Kydell has no penalties then and is keeping it calm and consistent right behind these two and could inherit that position if it stays this way. Of course we've still got another 17 laps or so going. Housey has passed Vintage. As well, Verstappen's got himself in the fight as well, then, but Vintage on the exit and better traction as well, then has got himself back up into P13. Housey on the inside into turn 4, then can he make the move stick then as he goes diving down the inside there, and then Vintage trying to hold it there, but is now, I thought he was going to be under pressure from Verstappen then, but they've managed to get themselves sorted as well then, as San is out of the race, then the only retirement so far in this Grand Prix. Tom Huffey is caught up to this fight. And he's on fresher tyres as well then, so we'll wait and see then how the progress is going to go for Tom Huffey then, and that is Stephen Anthony there, I think, being passed by the Alpine, then Stephen Anthony getting out of the way, then making sure he doesn't get any licence points to his name. Into the pits comes Shadows, and he's done 14 laps on his medium compound tyres. That is a stint and a half. From the Racing Bull then, but that might trigger a few more pit stops to come then in this Grand Prix. Then let's see what's going to happen next then for the grid. For those that are left in this race, San out this race as well then. Unfortunately, Cody then couldn't be bothered to turn up, which is fantastic stuff indeed. And Baz as well then decided to drop out at the same point as well. Vintage then up into P14, then Tom Huffey then up into P15 is now putting the pressure on the Williams end as we head in towards turn 4. Then Tom Huffey on fresher tyres, can he make that move down the inside? He's later on the brakes, he's made the move stick as well then, good stuff indeed, and managed to slow down then to not go into the back of the Kick Sauber in front as well. Heading through then lap 20 then, Tom Huffey then on a recovery mission, and can he get himself some big points in his back up into the points paying positions I should say as it stands, but of course would like some more to his name as well then. Liam is under pressure now from Irvine, of course the tyre difference as well then, mediums then at this stage are done, then Liam's peeling off to the pit lane. Where are you going, Liam? Just take the normal line. There is no rule about having to take the actual line because it is absolutely horrible. And as we saw there from Liam as well, then it's not Liam's fault, but it's yeah, you're better off just taking the normal line into the pit entry. Then as Jay Hings has passed Venom, then this time then into turn 3, I think. Or has he? Oh dear, Ferrari's had an issue as well, then the exit then as well, then that's Kydell. Venom then has got DRS to try and repass then into turn 4, then Jay Hings defending to the inside, and he's gone to the outside now then, and Rufus Venom has swooped back past, but can Jay Hings switch back here? Oh goodness me, there's contact between the two of them then as well, then, but Jay Hings has taken back the spot then up into P2. Mushroom then passing around the outside at turn 4. And has got the move done as well. Then Marsky, the only one remaining on the medium compound tyres, I should say then, and they are going to be absolutely horrible then. Tom Huffy around the outside of Mr. Elite into P10 now as well. Then on the attack now is Tom Huffy. Then he's got much better tyres at this rate, and is going to be eating up those spots, I should say. Goodness me, what am I doing? Into the pits comes Jay Hings, calling it a day then on his hard compound tyres. Groove Ninja follows him in as well then, so the Alpines are in. Ferrari of Mushrooms in, then Marsky's also in. I'm sure he'll be very happy to get rid of those medium compound tyres now. Rosa Sky carries on then up into P5, P4 I should say, goodness me. Then Tom Huffy will inherit P6. Good stuff indeed. Kydell has passed Venom as well then, so Venom then is, well, he was on a charge and unfortunately he's been passed now by the Ferrari. We've got Tom Huffy then lining up a move for P5 then with the aid of some DRS then passing the McLaren of Irvine then with his 5-lap younger tyres there. Pit stops then for Mushroom, for Marsky, and for Stephen Anthony as well. Then Mushroom comes out in P13, and he's got Marsky breathing down his neck as well. Then, because of course, well, these two were battling almost side by side for the remainder of that whole stint. Then, weren't they? Well, the majority of that whole stint, I should say. But there we go. Then out in front, R2 Beat leads by 7.5 seconds. He's coming into the pit lane. He is calling it a day as well on his hard compound tyres there for the Red Bull team. Then Kydell. Then is he going to stay out? Kydell is going to stay out here. And this is his best chance as well then to inherit the lead, and potentially if he can get himself another couple of laps under his belt, then go for the medium compound tyre. R2B's gone for the medium compound tyre, but is that a bit too early? Then we'll wait and see. Impossible, says Styles. Oh no, 24 laps. I think I was on the hards for 27 laps, says KD. Impossible, says Styles. Nope, it was 25 laps. Sorry, I can't count, says KD. Just look back on the screen for Silver last night as well then. So there we are. Out of the pit lane, then Venom then in P8. Oh dear, that was a wall. He's avoided it. Good stuff. And Chadder's P9. Mushroom up into P10, then Marsky P11. We've got Tom Huffy passing for P3. And has he got it done then is the question. Then he's got the DRS then. There is R2 Beat as well then. So Tom Huffy with the undercut, 11 lap undercut, to be fair. As Rosa Sky is going to fight this though, then tooth and nail. But Rosa Sky's got slightly older tyres. And Tom Huffy is up into P3. Then R2 Beat on the medium compound tyres I thought was going to get caught then by Tom Huffy then, which would have been a fantastic feat then from Tom Huffy. But of course on the fresh medium compound tyres he is starting to breeze away then, and Tom Huffy's on older tyres. I thought we just had a car going off the circuit there, goodness me. Into the pits comes Kydell from the race lead. He just about slows that car down. Where will he filter out is the question though for the Ferrari. R2 Beat's going to re-inherit the lead. Tom Huffy is into the pit lane, so that's a bit of an early call then compared to those around him as well. Then where will he filter out then in the Alpine? Then Irvine carries on. Irvine's done 17 laps on his tyres, and oh, there's Jay Hings. Jay Hings closing speed with the fresh tyres there as well. Then was brilliant then indeed for the kicks out, but then not so good for the McLaren there. As Jay Hings up into P2 and inherits that position. Then we've got Groove Ninja next as well. Medium compound tyres as well, so that's going to be interesting to see how they can last to the end of the Grand Prix. Of course, the fuel levels are a lot lighter then, but they're going to have to do at least 14 laps then in this Grand Prix as well. Then Mushroom and Marsky carrying on their battle as well then into turn 3. These two having a fantastic fight then throughout this race. It seems it's going to be 36 laps of Halsey is making the move, but it's going to be 36 laps of Mushroom and Marsky then. Groove Ninja then has got himself up into P3, then passing Irvine. Of course, Irvine yet to pit then. Irvine has pitted, of course, from the intermediates to the hards, but he has yet to pit off the dry tyre then of the hard compound tyres. Tom Huffy then is P11, and he's looking to try and get himself past Liam here. Oh God, he's gone right into the back of the Haas, then into, oh God, Liam's gone off the circuit, then Irvine is in the pit lane now. So he has decided to call it a day then on his hard compound tyres. Tom Huffy then always, oh God, where's he gone now then? As Tom Huffy's off the circuit there. Oh dear, no, it seems to be both Alpines having the issues then. As that's great stuff indeed, isn't it? As here comes the Alpine of Tom Huffy, and he's again pushing Liam through the corner then as well. Then he's going to have DRS to get himself through and up into P9 now, or is he? Yes, he is then. Up into P9, then mushroom back past Marsky then as well. Heading into the same corner then, Tom Huffy inherits P9. How is he passing Mr. Elite then? Mr. Elite on the medium compound tyres. I think he might have had an issue out of turn 1 there, because he should be pretty quick then as well. Then Wapstappen then has passed Stephen Anthony for P15 into the points paying positions. Irvine gone for hard compound tyres again, then he's on to a new set of hard compound tyres. He's P17 for now then, but can he get himself into the points paying positions in this latter stage of the race then? Lap 25, soon to become lap 26, sorry, not 36. 5 seconds the gap then between R2 Beat and Jay Hings. Has Jay Hings mastered the strategy here then? Are those medium compound tyres going to last to the end of the Grand Prix for R2 Beat, for Groove Ninja, for Venom, for Kydell as well? Then there's quite a few at the top of the order then on medium compound tyres. Can they get to the end, and can they be competitive to the end is even more important as well then. Tom Huffy P3 then to Styles. Why did he pit? Then, oh my God, to Styles. I think it's Tom Huffy then is up into P9 now and is on the charge. Then Marsky is next target then, but Marsky is in a brilliant race-long battle with Mushroom here as well. So both of them have been going at it. Shadows has got himself up into P6 then with the strategy there as well. Then Shadows then working wonders then, and those hard compound tyres, hopefully we'll get to the end of the Grand Prix for the racing board as well. Then Shadows looking on good form then to return to his best as well. What's happened there? Groove Ninja then slowing down, and Kydell and Venom have both gone through. Not sure what is happening then for Alpine, and they have got some sort of transponder issue, because it seemed like Tom Huffy was having the same issue as well, wasn't it? So yes, they're both having problems there. So never mind. Okay, right then. Tom Huffy has caught up to Mushroom now, and all over the back of the Ferrari then as we head into the penultimate corner then onto lap 27. Let's see if there's going to be any moves made. And yeah, we did see Tom Huffy having the issue through that corner on the previous lap. Then he's all over the back of Mushroom as we head on to lap 27 as well. Then can he get himself past the Ferrari then along the main straight? Yes, he can. Up into P8 now for Tom Huffy then, and on the charge then. Next target is Marsky for P7 then. Let's see how far he can go then. Kydell then all over the back of Venom then as well. Then Groove Ninja has dropped off the fight here as well then, but I think he's dealing with some technical gremlins then as well. But hopefully they don't impact him into his race then. Hello from Kian as well then. Hello to you, sir. As we go through lap 27 into turn 4 then. Wapstappen has been passed by Mr. Elite. Mr. Elite on the medium compound tyres then is going to go for it then as well. And Tom Huffy is going for it then. Has he got himself the position though? Marsky's fighting back, and Tom Huffy's got the inside into turn 5 then up into P7 now for Tom Huffy then. Good recovery then so far in this race, and there's still more to come from the Alpine machine, I think. As Wapstappen and Mr. Elite now are in their battle as well then. Wapstappen's back through to P14. How is he then in P13? Is going to be under pressure from the Kick Sauber then, and the Aston Martin, and the Haas of Stephen Anthony, and Irvine as well in the McLaren. Kydell has passed Venom into turn 1 for P3 on the circuit. As Irvine noticed, Stephen Anthony then has been passed by Irvine then into P16 then for the McLaren. Of course, he's on the freshest tyres of the field then is Irvine, and looking to use them to his advantage at this point of the race as well then. 7 seconds the gap out in front then. I was saying that when we might have some people as Miss Bronze as well, and this is Kieran as well. Then amazing race from Jay Hings so far. Then I was just saying Jamie is Groove Ninja and Venom having a battle then into turn 4. There's ghosting going on there as well. Then my goodness me, I was just saying Jamie that Jay Hings' hard compound tyre call could be a brilliant call, to be fair, because we'll wait and see if those mediums can get to the end of the Grand Prix and be competitive to the end of the Grand Prix, because if they do not, then Jay Hings will be in a fantastic position here to claim P2 at worst, and potentially the race win at best. So we'll wait and see. Venom then has dropped off slightly, sorry, then he's down to P5 then after whatever was going on there between the Alpine and the Aston Martin. Then Tom Huffy is caught up to Shadows, and now on a charge for P6 is his next target. We have a spot open, says Styles, and Styles it doesn't race in one. So there we go then. No, we don't. Well, we do actually in this race. Yeah, that's fair. Unfortunately, it's a bit too late to join now. Irvine has passed Mr. Elite then for P15 into the points paying position. Shadows has been passed by Tom Huffy then into turn 3, and Venom is back past Groove Ninja then, as it's all happening on lap 29 here. Good stuff indeed then. Shadows then looking to fight back, and oh dear, what's going on there then between the Racing Bull and the Alpine? Again, not sure what's going on for both the Alpines, but they seem to be all over the place, don't they? But they're getting themselves into the points paying position still somehow. There we go then. Rosa Sky chasing down Liam for P10, then Vintage also in the fight as well. Then Real Ashton's into the pit lane. He's only done 6 laps on his medium compound tyres. But unfortunately then calling it a day. Maybe the Williams then struggling with the tyre situation out there as well. Then Vintage seems to be okay for the time being, but he's on the hard compound tyres compared to the medium compound as it stands. 3 seconds the gap then. Lap 30 is underway then. We have been absolutely treated to a mixture of brilliance from Bronze tonight then. I think it's been fantastic. Groove Ninja then all over the back then. Tom Huffy then is 2 seconds behind then. He's got Shadows then for company then, but just about, Shadows just about within DRS still of the Alpine machine. Then of course penalties will start to play a factor towards the end of this Grand Prix. We'll have a look at penalties in a minute then, as Mushroom and Marvsky are carrying on their fight. And Mushroom and Marvsky are carrying on their fight, and Marvsky has swooped back through, but Mushroom's got the DRS here. So Mushroom looking to get himself back up into, what's that, yellow flags. That's yellow flags, I think, for, oh, is he going to go down the inside then, Mushroom? No, not quite. And Marvsky's going to try and hold it. He has held it, I think. Just about there. Good stuff indeed. Rosa Sky trying to get himself... Oh, what's happened to Rosa Sky? No, he's all right. Rosa Sky trying to get himself past Liam for P10, then Vintage in P12, then is going to inherit both those places as it stands. And Halsey, Wab, Stappen and Irvine could be in the mix as well then. Mr. Elite, unfortunately, then is struggling out there. Then Stephen Ante's gone for the soft compound tyres, as has Real Ashton as well then. So they're going for the fastest lap of the race. Then Groove Ninja is into the pit lane. So what's happening here then for Alpine? Groove Ninja then is into the box, and he is calling it today on the medium compound tyres. He doesn't want to risk it for those medium compound tyres, does he, I think? Just doesn't want to risk the puncture, then potentially that could indicate that those medium compound tyres are not going to get to the end of the Grand Prix here, as he comes out of the pit lane in P16. But not sure what's going on there for Groove Ninja as well. Then he's he was having some issues then, but maybe he is just getting himself out of the way. Then of course he can get some points in this race. Then so can Real Ashton, so can Stephen Anthony. Then if they go for that fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and well, Real Ashton's about to unlap himself then from that Aston Martin. Then so we head through then on to lap 31. Soon to be lap 32 then, 8 seconds the gap then. Well, Jay Hings will probably need the time to start coming down at this rate now, because as R2B started his 9th lap on those medium compound tyres, they should be getting a bit worse for wear at this stage then. So Jay Hings needs to start eking that time down. Then can he gain those 8 seconds though in the last 5 laps of this race? Who knows? There we go then, penalties. We've got 6 seconds then for Jay Hings. So Kydell would inherit that position as it stands. Then there's so many penalties out there that I've missed all of them popping up because they've not been working for me for some reason. Tom Huffy then is on a charge, and Tom Huffy is going to get himself up into, oh no he's not, because Venom's going to fight it, up into P4. And it's a late move then on the brakes then as well. Then Ruthless Venom then is going to have some DRS then in towards turn 4. Then can he fight back then? Can he get that place as we head through here then into turn 4? Then Venom going for the inside. Then he's got the DRS. Then he's got the move. Then can he get the car slowed down? There's a bit of rub in his race in there. But, oh, God, they're both off. No, they won't. They're both half spun. They were both okay. But, goodness me, close indeed. 12 seconds though, and 9 seconds for Huffy as well. And that's going to be good news for Shadows and for Marvsky as well, then, and potentially for Mushroom. As Mushroom then is being brought along then with Marvsky at this stage of the race, and as lap 33 is underway. Liam then, it was 6 seconds, will lose out quite a few spots unfortunately then for the Hash driver then, as Rosa Sky then will also lose out to Vintage, Halsey and Wab Stappen. Then Irvine then in P14 will inherit a couple of spots I'm sure. Then Liam's unfortunately picked up another penalty then as I was jinxing him. Mr. Elite then is, oh god, Mr. Elite then is P15, but there is Groove Ninja then, he's all over the back of him there into the final corner. And looking to try and get a shuffle on then as well. Then is Groove Ninja then as he comes across the line now and passing Mr. Elite then in towards turn 1, and he's made that move up into P15. Then again with the penalties then Mr. Elite will re-inherit that position as it stands. In yellow flags, what's happening? Yellow flags out there then for somebody. Was it these two again? So these two have another problem then, because Shadows has caught up now, and Shadows is in the mix then as we go through. Then there is the position changes as we head through the final few laps then. But I thought maybe there was some more spiciness going on there, but Shadows now has caught up to this fight and is in a prime position then to inherit P4 as it stands in, and looking good indeed then. Kydell is looking to inherit that P2 as well. Then Jay Hings has done a great job still to fight for the podium here in this race, and as R2 Beat flies up the hill then on lap 34 with 2 laps to go then in this Grand Prix. Then Kydell has caught up to Jay Hings, so the medium compound tyres are still working for those at the top of the field. Then Shadows then putting the pressure on with Venom and Tom Huffy in this fight as well then. Driver of the day is out in the comment section. Jay Hings, R2 Beat, Kydell and Shadows are your candidates then as well. Then Shadows could inherit 2 more spots with no penalties then as it stands, and that will gain him 10 spots in the whole race as well then. Fantastic. Of course Jay Hings has done a great job then. He will inherit, he'll drop down to P3 then, but he will get himself a podium here as well. Then there's more moves being made then. Vintage and Housey and Wapstappen and Irvine, I think they're Wapstappen and Groove Ninja, goodness me, who knows. Groove Ninja's had an issue somewhere as well then, as Mr. Elite then is going to hold on to that final podium, final points paying position I should say. Kydell then just about within that 1 second as we go on to lap 35 then. More moves being made as Wapstappen is down the inside then of Irvine for P13. And this is going to get, well, it's a fantastic race to be fair, but it's going to get spicy towards the end of this Grand Prix, I think, especially for a few drivers down the order as well. Then Kydell within DRS now. I think Jay Hings is starting to struggle. Then Shadows has passed Venom for P5 on track then as well. And now on the charge then, Venom then, those medium compound tyres, he just needs to hold them together then, just hold it together then, because you just need to get to the end of this race. And there's still points on the table as we go up the hill then, but Venom's lost DRS now as well then to Shadows. Then after that you saw Jay Hings have exactly the same problem as well then out of turn 1 as earlier on in the stint. Then Housey's back past Vintage for P11, and it's going to get intense then in this final few laps. Then Marsky's caught up now to Ruthless Venom, as has Mushroom as well then, goodness me. Oh wow. Out in front then, R2 Beat then is having a casual race. He's going through the motions then as well, then on to the final lap of the Grand Prix. Jay Hings then has been caught up by Kydell. Then Kydell's done a fantastic job on these medium compound tyres. You'd have thought that the hard compound would have been the better tyre than in this final stint, but no, Kydell's doing a great job then. Marsky now breathing down the neck of Venom as well then as it stands. Then Shadows is going to inherit that P4 position then with the penalty situation then for Tom Huffy then, but Tom Huffy's done a great job as well, I have to say, for recovering so well in this race as it stands. There we are. Lap 36 then has become the final lap of the Grand Prix, and we've had a problem then. No, we haven't. No, we're all good. I thought that the dot was going really slowly through turn 3. Jay Hings and Kydell have come together then at the top of the hill. You don't even need to fight it. Well, neither of you need to fight it, to be fair, because it's a done deal on this one. But there we go then, as we head through into the final sector for the final time. We'll just have a quick look and see what's going on here, because Wapstappen then, oh dear, that's Housey off the circuit. Then Wapstappen's gone through up into P11. Housey's had an issue then, and maybe there was a helping hand there as well there, but we'll come back to that then towards the end of the Grand Prix then. R2 Beat rounding the final corner then. Let's see what it's going to be then for the Racing Bull. The Red Bull driver of R2 Beat wins here in Austria then. A fantastic race indeed then from the Red Bull then. He capitalised then, he kept it under control, and he claims the victory to extend his championship lead then as well then for Red Bull then. Fantastic stuff indeed then from R2 Beat. Goodness me. And it's a repeat then from Australia then, because Kydell gets himself P2 for Ferrari then. A fantastic race indeed from Kydell as well then, after a difficult last couple of races. Onto the podium, back up onto the podium then as well then. A good race as well then. Well hard fought then between himself then and P3 Jay Hings in with a fantastic drive as well then, after a difficult qualifying, then recovering nicely there to get himself then onto the podium places as well then. Shadows P4 then, fantastic from Shadows then. What a drive then from the Racing Bull. Marsky P5 in the end then. Good stuff indeed then from Marsky then. Tom Huffy P6, a good recovery then from the Alpine machine, and Serious Mushroom in P7 I believe. So there we go then. What a race. What a race indeed. Fantastic stuff indeed then from everybody who got themselves to the checkered flag then. Penalties are a joke, says Venom as well. Then Shadows will be P4. Great drive then from Styles. And 6 penalties. Kaido will be P2 then, says Styles. Then Jamie, he is strategist. He is strategist as well. So there we are. And there are the podium celebrations underway here in Austria then. And yes, right, not sure about the mediums then. We were fast there then, says Jamie as well. Then yes, well, to be fair, they held on very well in that final stint then. My 3 seconds was BS then. You can send it into a PlayStation chat then, Mushroom. Half of those were not even close, says Venom as well then. So track limits then were a bit of a problem then for a few drivers out there as well, it looks like tonight. Jay Hings, driver of the day, says Percy as well then. Well, of course, where is he? I missed him now. He was P10 to P3 in the end, then Shadows P14 to P4, Wabstappen P19 to P8. I didn't even notice that at the end there, but that's fantastic as well. Goodness me, I'm running out of breath then. Real Ashton gets the fastest lap of the race then. Fantastic from Real Ashton. Then stuck in the race then and got himself that point as well then towards the end of the Grand Prix. And we're done. And somebody is making noises, so I can hear that they are in the commentary box with me as well. Then R2 beat then a fantastic race from you. Then you capitalised, then kept it under control, as I said at the very end there as well. Then and won the race. Then extending your championship lead. How do you feel after that one?
Yeah, amazing. After qualifying, I didn't expect it, and the race started, and Tom Huffy drove away from me. Yeah, I couldn't hold him; he was too quick. But yeah, he made a mistake. He was in the gravel, so I could benefit from that. And later on, Gruvnia passed me, but for me, he had a really bad connection, and suddenly, out of the blue, he just stopped and drove behind me. It was really strange. And yeah, after that, I didn't have any troubles anymore. The Alpines were gone, and yeah.
And well, you've got yourself a championship lead now to hold on to going into almost the second half of the season now, thankfully. But what's the thoughts now going into Silverstone next week? Then is it just looking to get more points on the board then to extend that lead, or do you think that Tom Huffy and potentially a couple of others as well could fight you for the championship here in this season? I should say.
Oh, really? They can. I think my 2 best tracks of the game right now, Spain and Austria. But Tom Huffy said the same about this, and he ended up in the gravel. So I hope it was technical difficulty. I broke my tongue there. But yeah, we will see. I wasn't quick enough today to win, but in the end, yeah, you win by mistakes of others. So of course they can fight me for it.
Well, you had to be there to get the result as well. Then, of course, you were P2 at that point as well when the rain changed to the dry conditions. Then, were you planning to pit when you did, or were you thinking I should have put a lap earlier? What was the strategy?
Yeah, it was on the edge, and I didn't prepare for it. Normally, I set my tires up already, like, okay, it's going to be dry. What I'm going to do, mediums or hards, I will select them up front, but I didn't do that. And then I saw the sign DRS enabled, and I could go into the pits, but yeah, I chose to drive another lap. And James went that lap to the pits, and he benefited hugely from it. So he did an amazing job.
Very good stuff indeed then, and congratulations there to our race winner R2 Beat. Nobody else has joined us, but congratulations as well then to Kaido in P2, and of course to Jay Hings and rounding off the podium places here in Austria. Then we'll be back in action then on Sunday night then in where are we? I can't remember now, but we'll be back in action on Sunday, and then of course in Silverstone for gold, silver and bronze from Monday, Tuesday, and of course in a week's time as well then. So stay tuned to ALR Play. We're actually coming up then, and we'll see you very soon.